Get in here. It's the pod.
Weak sauce, bro.
I'm trying to provide you with some work here, okay? Or like options.
I like it.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, just looking at you, so you get in here. It's the pod. Which is actually kind of starting to piss me off.
You know what, dude? You're too non-committal.
I'm non-committal?
Yeah, commit to getting in here.
I've been in here. Why don't you get in here? It's the pod. I've been committed, dude.
I feel better about getting in here now.
Well, get in here then.
Okay, I'm getting in.
It's the pod.
Get in here. It's the pod.
Actually, after watching freaking
Crazy Town?
No.
Butterfly?
No.
Eiffel 65?
Dadgummit.
Blue?
TV show that was about the video game. Fallout. After watching Fallout, you should be way more excited about getting in here because it's the pod.
Okay. I'm in here. I mean, I'm excited. I'm always excited.
Get in here.
Get in here. It's the pod.
Get in here. It's the vault.
Get in
The
here.
vault.
Yeah.
It's Fallout. It's the pod vault. Get in here, dude.
The pod vault.
It's the pod vault.
How much are we getting paid right now for this promotion of Fallout,
Check it out on
the TV
Amazon
series?
Prime.
Probably sued.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't want to be associated with that.
Yeah, they're like, we don't want to be a part of anything that sucks that bad.
I will say
There's no way.
Walter Goggins is I like that actor.
You know his name is Walton?
I thought it was Walter Goggins.
I thought forever it was Walter, but
Walton
it's Walton
Goggins.
Goggins,
Okay.
yeah. But he's a pimp, dude. That was one of those shows that like we watched and going.
Even when he tries to be serious, I can't take
funny.
it. Like
Yeah.
it's something about his face, man.
Even when I think it's his like he almost has a lisp. I
Right.
think that's what's funny about it because even whenever he's like, "Listen here, young lady. There's something that you should know about this ghoul, and that's that I will shit and shoot the crap out of you." Like it's always something, I don't know.
The most
unique, but
memorable,
it's neat.
the most for like the first 29 movies or shows I saw him in, the most memorable line of anything that I ever heard him say was in like Shanghai Noon or something like that. And
he was in that?
Yeah,
I didn't even know.
He goes, so Roy O'Bannon was, I think, like the main character of the movie.
Okay.
And he's just like, they go and they're trying to rob a train.
Yeah.
And they use dynamite to try to get into like the safe or the vault on the train.
Yeah.
And just blew like gold pieces and like dollar bills everywhere. And he goes,
Destroyed their...
"Oh, it just looks like Roy blew the shit out of our fruits." Because like they were talking about like they're about to reap the fruits of their labor. And he's like, "Oh, Roy O'Bannon just blew the shit out of our fruits."
That's hilarious, man.
Laughed so hard when I heard that. And then every time I see him, I don't know. I go straight back to that character. It's like the same character every time.
Did you ever see Vice Principals?
No, you told me.
Oh
like,
my gosh,
like
dude.
29 pods ago, you told me I needed to watch Vice Principals. And I was like, I need to check
absolutely.
that out. Still haven't
Dude.
checked it out.
It's Danny McBride
Oh, yeah. Perfect. Yeah.
and him.
Yeah, that's...
How is...
Send me a text message like at like 9:30 this evening and be like, watch Vice Principals.
Okay, all right.
I'll do
if I remember, I will absolutely like.
Yeah, it's not
send you a
happening.
message.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
for
movie
sure.
watching time. It's like
yeah.
9:30.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm probably going to be sitting here like cutting videos.
No, yeah, I was going to say I might be doing some post-production actually.
For sure, yeah. Actually, and by the way, dude, I can barely hear me, but whatever.
I can barely hear me.
It's fine, not a big deal.
Gosh.
Love you, JP.
JP in the house.
Guys back in here, JP.
Dude, it was a
in the
hot
house.
day today, man. And we were all out in it, and it was like, we were roasting.
Yeah, I actually thought about it earlier. I was like, you know what? Maybe we should just like jump into this and be like, hey guys, welcome in. It's the Sweaty Pod.
It is the Sweaty Pod today.
Or the Sweaty Big Ball Man Pod.
Right.
Because that's what we do.
That's what we do.
You know what I mean? We're just sweaty big ball men. But Jess, I would like to ask a
JP.
question. And I'm not going to do it again this whole time. Slap me. JP. I would like to ask you a question. Also, want to switch to you and make sure that you're looking good.
Yeah,
Of course, you're looking good. Are you on camera correctly?
Yeah.
Okay, good deal.
I'm feeling
All right.
good, looking good.
Well, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Dude, your hairstyle just reminds me like pull back like that, and the longer hair is like The Witcher.
Yeah. it's,
Immediately, that's what I think of.
Man, I thought more like the bitcher. I'm sorry, dude.
So nice.
I love you,
Good.
man.
I have been thinking for like Halloween costume though, Witcher, but maybe Bitcher now.
Like a little turn to it. You know, like complaining
Just a
that
little bit.
JP,
bitchier
do not
version of
play into
Witcher.
this guy's games, man.
No, dude. Like, how about complaining that I like you didn't ask for sausage in your omelet? You know what I mean?
Like, I'm just so sick of all these monsters coming after me all the time. Oh my god.
Yeah, trying to give me sausage in my flipping omelet. All I wanted was no sausage in my omelet. Like, doesn't that sound like a
The
kinda
bitcher.
Karen bitcher thing to do?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Maybe. Whatever. I'm sorry. That was stupid. I do apologize, and I won't do it again. Well, I probably will, but I'm sorry anyway. I do want to say real quick, I want to make a shout out to our listeners and the people that have been. Dude, we've had some participation. People have been getting in.
I heard about this.
People have been getting in and talking to us. It's been listeners close to us. It's been listeners that we've never met, like a lot. It means a lot when the ones that we know like holler at us too.
Right.
And I'll try to holler back. But
Like old Hefe.
Hefe, dude, that was awesome.
Yeah.
He had a fantastic one, and I have a feeling that you probably have a little joke depository from Hefe.
Oh, yeah.
Perhaps
A little bit.
a night. Yeah, which is sweet. But thanks to everybody, because literally, like, we've had like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of comments
Yeah. It's
on
awesome
a
to see.
bunch of the stuff. It's sweet. We dig it. The only thing is,
And like,
it doesn't matter. Like, we're gonna keep doing, but it's encouraging.
yeah,
Is it
absolutely.
not like cool.
It is
know?
it is great to have the participation because we, this is not like a thing that we're coming in like, oh man, we don't care if people participate or not. We're above that, which there probably are a lot of podcasts that are like that because they're they've made it big and they're it doesn't matter if people participate or not.
Right, yeah.
But we love to have that. It's like a grassroots thing. So
For sure.
it's awesome.
Yeah. The people that dig it, we want them to participate. I will tell you this.
Or share it and then comment or just, even just the text messages that I get. Multiple text messages this week while I was out working. And it's like a hot day, kind of a miserable day. And then somebody's like, makes a comment, like sends it to us or me or you, like
For sure.
in the middle of the day while they're listening to it. Like, man, that was banging, dude. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, all right, cool.
Hell
you
yeah.
know? So
Like,
thank you.
Thanks for the help through the
Yeah,
day.
for sure.
For sure. Yeah. So just a heads up, if you're one of our, like buddies and fans that we know and we love you. Actually, if you're a fan and you make a comment, hey, we appreciate it. If you make a comment and you're a tool, it's not getting read. Just so you know. However, there was one, dude.
Hey, if you got a crazy take on something that you heard on the pod,
Send it.
no, record yourself. Like, do a recording.
Oh, yeah.
Do an audio recording or a video recording. Send it in to us. And
Yep.
if it's good enough, if it passes, if the producer approves it, then we'll put it up.
For sure.
know.
And there's two ways to do that. Like, you could send it, like, how about this? Direct message it to one of the accounts. Go look at the most recent.
ats.
It's actually the ad selling the t-shirt I made.
Right.
Go look at that. That's got all the ats on it. Like you said, send it to that. And then
You mean you haven't memorized your ats?
oh, I know them all.
No, I'm just messing.
But if we need to, then I will send
Just
you
throw them up on the
email.
just throw them up on the Chiron on the YouTube.
Chiron.
Yeah, like the bottom, the lower third
Oh, yeah,
on
yeah.
YouTube. Just throw it up there.
Yeah, I could do that for sure. And if you have a question, send us a message. I'll send you the email. But
I'm sorry,
yeah,
Chiron that's a broadcast choice.
I am totally
It's a very
uneducated.
for word.
Yeah.
Throw out.
For sure.
Chiron is like when you're watching like
Like, is this the next Nazis?
oh my gosh.
What the hell?
Chiron like is like the lower third of the screen when you're watching like a news broadcast.
Oh, like
or
a
something.
scroll?
Yeah. I mean
Okay.
they call it a ticker, But
Yeah.
like, so the ticker has stuff, but that's usually like the lower eighth. But a Chiron is just like a
racist.
Chiron will be like when they're introducing someone on screen that just came on or something, they'll like flash it up like, this is Dr.
Chiron.
This is Dr. Faggot at XYZ University.
Oh well,
Actually, X and Y is probably not allowed in universities anymore because that signifies male and female.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're like, actually, there is no X and Y. There's only XXYY. That leaves plenty of options for everybody. And we also decide to throw in Z. And you'll be so excited to know, A. Everybody threw in A. That's stupid.
Hold on.
I should shut up.
The
Was that dumb,
the homosexual alphabet.
JP?
The homosexual alphabet goes W and then Z. Actually, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
flyover
It's
on
not the homosexual alphabet. I apologize to all you great gay people out there. What I'm talking about is trannies because
Should we call them gray people?
X and Y, right? XY chromosomes, like that's very like
Yes.
X,
male,
X,
female.
XY, right?
Oh, yeah.
X and Y's those are not in the trans
Okay, so,
alphabet.
and you said
So you got like
you said great gay people.
W, Z, no X and Y's.
Okay, so wise. Wise people.
Y's, yeah, I like it. Okay,
They're
Y's.
so wise that they transcended even needing to be a man or a woman. They're
Yeah,
just,
For sure.
Y's.
Also,
Dude, that's like a whole new thing. We
All-
literally just created
we're great advocates.
a whole new thing.
also opposite day.
Yeah.
It is opposite day, by the way. That's what I meant.
Can we air any of this that we just said?
As long as we don't say it's opposite day.
Yeah.
All these high praises and cool stuff that we're saying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, I told you I had like a funny thing happen to me this week.
For sure.
I know this is not really that great of a segue, but I just want to just dump it on you real
No,
quick.
just
Okay.
send it, dude.
Okay. So, my kids and I, my oldest actually loves to play Halo,
For sure, yeah.
and she really likes it when Dad plays. Right? Like,
Well, yeah.
she'll play on her own, but
That's
like-
where she learned. Of course, that's who she wants to play
Right.
with. You know
so.
what I'm saying?
But the two younger kids under her.
3.
Well,
Younger
I
kids.
do have 3, but I'm just saying, like, I don't think a 3-month-old can hold a controller. Okay,
I was pretty badass at that point,
Yeah.
honestly, and if I'm honest.
it's like, man, Hudson is just owning us right now.
Yeah, for sure.
So we've got the 3 of them are playing with me, right? So
Yeah.
we've got this Halo party going on,
Yeah.
and we've like created Xbox Live profiles for them so that we can all play online together.
Yeah.
So we're in an actual Xbox Live match, and we're playing against people. And keep in mind, Addie and Anson are just like, Addie's just kind of barely walking around, but she is doing it though.
She's paying attention.
Right.
She understands what this does
Right.
to the screen.
Right.
Yeah.
Anson, on the other hand, just knows that that's the trigger, and he's just laying down on the trigger, and he's just like spinning around in circles, just like looking at the ceiling, just like
Yeah.
spraying, So I'm sure like everybody in that match is like, wow, some easy kills here, some real noobs. Yeah, it's a 4-year-old dude.
Yeah, for sure.
But anyway, I mean, when it's really not a game for 4-year-olds, obviously, but because Ella was playing,
Y'all are having
Addie,
a fun time.
it's like, okay, yeah, sure. Well, you guys can get in here too. So we're all
For
playing.
sure, yeah.
And this is the first night that we do this. We go in, we play like 2 or 3 matches. And on like on the 3rd match, we get booted out of the game. And I'm like, okay, that was weird.
Yeah.
And then I get a message from the Halo servers, and it says,
I'm sorry I'm laughing. I know a little bit about where this is going.
okay.
So it's already funny. Like yeah.
No, it is funny. You laugh your ass off. I don't care.
hilarious,
Like, it is funny. And I get a message after we get booted out of the game. We go back to the lobby, and it says, one of the people in your party is no longer allowed to play on Halo. And then like I click on it, and it says, due to unsporting play, you've been banned from the Halo servers for 24 hours. It was like a 24-hour ban. Okay, so this is like 6:30 or 7 in the evening.
Right.
I'm like, and the kids are just looking at me like, "What, Dad? What happened?" I'm like, "Well, we just got banned
For sure, yeah.
from Halo," and they're like, "What does banned mean?" I'm like, like we're not allowed to play. We're in timeout. We got put in Halo timeout. Thanks Microsoft or 343 or whoever is the
For sure.
controller of that.
Hey, question. Were they all attached to your account?
Well,
You had them like guests?
no, they weren't guests. Like we've created like because on Halo Infinite you actually have to have an Xbox Live profile to play split screen.
I gotcha. Yeah.
So we actually have like
You mean split screen?
split screen?
Yeah.
So we were doing split screen, so everybody has to like log into like a separate
Okay. Yeah.
Xbox Live account.
Yeah.
So and we've set these up. I mean, they're essentially just guest accounts. Like they never play with unless we're doing split screen stuff. But so we get booted, right? So we just like everybody goes and puts their controllers up. I'm like, okay, guys, it's bedtime. We gotta go to bed now because we got banned from Halo. So like the next day, that evening, I get home from work and the kids are like, hey, can we play Halo again? That was really fun. And I was like, I looked at my clock. I'm like, yeah, in like 20 minutes, in 20 minutes, the 24-hour ban expires, so we can jump back on there. So we do. We jump back on, right? We get back on Halo. We play like 2 matches this time. At the like halfway through the second match, booted out of the game. I get a message from the Halo servers. You've been removed from this match for unsporting play. You've been banned from from online Halo play for 24 hours. You know, you can resume your Halo playing at such and such a date at such and such a time. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? So I started thinking, I'm like, what is generating this boot? Well, I started thinking about it. Anson is just over there like spinning in circles, just emptying every magazine, right?
Praying and literally spraying at the Lord.
Yeah.
He's praying to the Lord and also spraying to
that's
the Lord.
Like the very, very good definition of spray and pray.
For sure, yeah.
Or pray and spray.
Lord, I send you these bullets.
Yeah. So the only thing I could figure out is that Hanson, through his like
4-year-old
right
tactics.
Any other player, I mean, I don't even know how they're able to determine this, right?
For sure.
But maybe the fact that he was just like spinning around in circles and like just wasting all of his bullets, not trying to shoot anybody. Maybe they just thought that he was just trying to tank or something, and you know that's why we got removed. So that's the only thing I could figure out. So Anson, my son, my 4-year-old, has gotten me banned from Halo for 24 hours twice.
That's amazing.
In the last week, dude. I just think it's hilarious.
Oh, that is so funny. And what's wild is too, like back in the day, like I was probably a little older when Halo came out, but I was probably like 8 or 9 when the first one came out, and like you could not get banned. You got killed every time because I was like, just stared at the corner, you know,
right.
But it's crazy that now like your son got you banned.
Well, like what?
Like it's the CCP.
Yeah, I actually felt a little bit pissed off. I'm like, what do they have, like spies in the game, like spying on us? Like, oh, this person was just standing there. I mean, I'm sure it's some sort of algorithm or something, but
yeah it's probably some long-haired
JP. Can you tell us, like, do you know how they do that?
Yeah, it's pretty much an algorithm where it's like if he's not hitting a certain amount of players, probably
right,
like actually
with
interacting with the game,
right.
It probably just counts as like, oh, it's an AFK bot, and they're just trying to like de-level on purpose to sell accounts and stuff like that, because that's a pretty big deal.
which I guess I
Hold on, explain that a little bit more in depth.
and AFK, DFK,
away from,
what'd you say?
Away from keyboard.
Yeah, AFK. So people will try to like maybe get certain items on an account, but they don't want like a super high rank on that account. Otherwise, it kind of like blows it, because if you're buying an account, it's like, well, I don't want to play with like super good players if I'm a bad player, but I want these items.
Oh,
so I gotta
okay.
de-level my account.
Yeah.
So you just AFK and lose games on purpose, so you D-rank.
So you get
matched.
You
with
get all the
worse
sweet.
players.
You get the sweet gear,
Yeah.
but then you get matched up with junk players.
Yeah. And
What a treat that would be.
Oh, what an absolute!
It makes
cowardice.
sense now that, okay, thank you, JP.
Yeah.
That's like great
Damn, dude.
information.
Hey, high five!
boom.
Like,
So you said that's like a big deal. Like a lot of people do that.
Yeah, especially in like PC games. Like I know League of Legends. I'm not sure if you guys have played that, but like people make a lot of money doing like pretty much leveling for people. So people pay them like a flat rate of like, I'll pay you like $30 an hour to play on this account for me, and I need this level by this time, and I'll pay you.
So
That is
I
believe
I
it.
have a question though. If we've gotten to this point, because I know that like sometimes
wow.
getting the gear and leveling up, right, is like the ultimate. That's what you're trying to do. However,
about this?
It's supposed to be fun, right? It's supposed to be like you're supposed to have enjoyment. It's recreation.
Yeah.
Where's the recreation in that?
Recreation should have a challenge.
That just sounds like
No, people take
job.
it so serious. Yeah, it's like it's like a giant flex to everybody else, where it's like, oh, look at
look at
good.
me,
Yeah,
I've got
it's like
this.
you just bought it.
it's like
For
you're
sure.
actually trash, but you have all this.
It's like all the guys that are like buying like distressed Carhartt jackets now and like wearing them around, and it's like you didn't wear that Carhartt jacket
For sure. Yeah.
scuffed work boots.
Yeah.
And you've never worked a day in your life.
Yeah. Torn up
That type of
jeans.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, buddy.
I can sell you some sweaty shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll give you this one for $18.
Yeah.
Cost me 20. But if you'll take it off my hands, I sweat it. That's insane,
It's a
dude.
sweaty pod today. So,
But it is a sweaty pod.
I mean, I'm sitting here sweating still. And I mean, you've got your AC cranking.
I
But
know.
I'm like, I think I still have residual hotness from the day.
I just caught the water runoff. I just got it cut off about 10 minutes ago. So I'm hanging in there. Here's the thing. That's insane. I do know. Here's one thing. You're stupid as hell if you're going to pay somebody
Right.
to come in and do that. Because I'll tell you this. There have been, I've never been good
Isn't
at
the point just to enjoy yourself? Like,
It's
what's the point of a game if you're not the one that's freaking playing it?
For sure. If you find your pride and your value and what the hell your rank is in a video game,
Right.
I got news for you. You're a 0.
Right.
And actually,
okay,
the
so
same
like
goes. Hold on. The same thing goes for people in all walks of life.
Yeah.
Right. If you find even your value from your work and not like the people you're with, if that's where you're like, you go, I'm a quality person because I frame a house and that is who I am and that's my value. You're 0.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, there
At least
is
you're working at that.
right. Well,
However,
there is some intrinsic value there,
For sure.
That you can say, okay, well, I worked hard to do this, and I can see the work of my hands. So, like, I can see the intrinsic.
I
value.
get
but,
that.
But like basing your value as a peer.
dude, I derailed myself so hard. What I truly meant to say was I've never been good at video games, but I have like played several of them, like mostly Call of Duty, for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. And eventually I got to all the best stuff.
Right.
I still wasn't good.
Right.
I might go 20-10, which is not fantastic.
Well, that's a 2-1 KD. So
Yeah, but I went 20-10 with one of the first 2 or 3 weapons.
Right.
You know, so it's like, I don't know. It seems insane to like pay somebody to go, you'll get me all this good stuff, when truthfully, the only thing that ever made me better was the time spent getting those weapons. Because I'm like, I got my my hand-eye coordination down. I figured out how to do things. I learned maps,
Right.
all this different stuff. So the guns didn't do anything for me. Truthfully, it was just the hours that I spent to get the guns, and then I was better.
or just like having fun with your friends playing or whatever.
That's what it's all about.
That's where I don't understand a lot of this stuff, because to me, the whole point of video games or any game or whatever, and actually, our dad and I had the same conversation about when we went golfing last time.
Yeah.
Because like we were talking about people to get like so angry or take golf so serious, and it's like, okay, if that's your profession, if that's like what you do to get paid,
For sure.
and to if that is all you do in life, then yeah, I can understand like having like those expectations. But if we're doing it for recreation, if it fails, if it stops being fun and it starts becoming something that you are like stressing out about and like working at and grinding on, then like, is it even fun anymore? Like,
Why do it?
like, aren't you kind of defeating the whole purpose?
For sure. Actually, dude, I'd
like to hear what JP says about that because I know you probably spent some time grinding.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the weirdest thing is like people's need for like affirmation from everybody else, like, oh, I'm a good player, but
like within that community.
Yeah,
right.
It's
sure.
like the strangest part to me. It's not even about like
wouldn't
just, like,
30
clout chasing.
and 4 do it for you? Like, isn't that good
right?
enough?
Yeah, it's just really, really odd.
I would say that what created it though is because look at how many like, and this is across the board, media and the readiness of it, kind of like we're doing right now, has opened up the door to so many millionaires and people that are all of a sudden open to, they see, all right, Dr. Disrespect. You watch Dr. Disrespect and then like,
well, you won't be able to now, but
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, you got canceled.
Like fully
Canceled.
YouTube
monetized them. Okay.
And Twitch. Lifetime ban.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure lifetime ban.
Okay,
Lifetime
hold on.
ban.
Here's what's going to end up happening.
He lost his own company.
Yeah, they like all
He's a
turned on
co-founder.
him. It's like it's bad news, and it seems like it's pretty legitimate.
Yeah, I mean,
what I've seen.
I think he had some inappropriate conversations with someone that was leaked, but
okay. All right. Well, that I did not know about. All right. If it comes out that his behavior was legitimate,
yeah, sure.
He will end up on Joe Rogan and kill Tony, and he will be back to what he was. If he truly did, do what he did, dude, don't do that. Yeah. But my point is, dudes like that, right? For the last 5-6 years.
Yeah.
Who are some of the other
basically
massive streamers?
Yeah, guys that are monetizing their gaming.
Right, to the tunes of millions of dollars a year. That has turned a lot of these dudes that shouldn't be into serious gamers, right? So like somebody that's sitting here and he's like, I don't get it, dude. I'm literally going 17-9 every night. I don't know why I'm not making $1 million. You know what?
Right.
But people see this and they're like, this guy has this platform.
Right,
and
sure.
So I think that's part of it. The guy's like, well, truthfully, if I could just get to this gun, then I could probably start making money streaming.
So what you're
But those are
so your point is
autistic idiots.
So
are you autistic?
No.
Okay. I love you.
Yeah, I love
JP.
it too. It's funny.
It's just a little, just a tiny bit on the spectrum.
Yeah,
just a touch on
I'm gonna skosh on it. Skosh on the spec.
So are we all.
For sure.
But yeah, I mean, I guess that's part of it. But I don't know. To me, it's just like, if it's a game, if it's supposed to be fun, have fun with it. If it's not fun anymore, why are you playing it?
For sure. Exactly.
Or if you have to pay someone to make you, like you're crappy at the game, you don't, you obviously can't level on your own or do this on your own. Then you pay somebody else to do it, but you still suck. It's like, what's the point?
For sure.
Yeah.
It would kind of make sense if like somebody came in and they were like, hey, Ethan, real quick, I will, if you'll pay me whatever, this much money per week to come in and pretend to be you in the podcast, I can get you to this amount of income within this many months. He'd be like, and then I can jump back in. He's like, yeah, for sure. Then you'll be making cash. Well, you're like, now, obviously, this is a bad example because this is just like, this is awesome. This is just amazing. But it'd be like, these guys are looking at this as a source of income that doesn't exist, I think.
Right. And well, I think part of it might be, especially not the people that are monetizing it, because at that point, it makes sense. But I think what actually it does start kind of tying into like the people that have like the fake Instagram lives,
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Like everybody has their Instagram life, right?
Yeah.
And it's so glamorous and there's all this stuff, and people are just like, and we talked about this like a year ago on the pod,
sure. Yeah.
right, where we were kind of like dissing on like, do you just want to have like true happiness or do you want to have Instagram happiness, right?
Yep.
And it's kind of the same point. It's like, do you want to just have an enjoyable, fun time with your buddies playing a game online, or do you want to have a fake good time?
Yeah,
playing the same game because you paid someone to freaking
for sure, dude,
grind for you. Like what is that?
So, dude, there's a episode of South Park, and maybe we move off after this. but there's an episode of South Park where all the kids are together, right? And they're playing World of Warcraft. And
I think I know
they're trying to beat this one, like, the most, like, dangerous, incredible enemy that they've ever played, which is, it's I guess an MMO.
Yeah, massive multiplayer online.
Yeah. So, it's an actual
I hate MMOs,
dude.
by the way.
Yeah, me too. It sucks.
It's an actual dude, but then, all the boys team up, right? And they're on this team or whatever, and they like going with this plan. And, they're all sitting in their like chairs, and Cartman cut a hole in his seat so that he could shit in a bucket.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
and all this.
And they've got like piss jugs and stuff.
yeah, for sure, dude. Because they're like, we're gonna beat him. This is the 10th time that they've just struggled and couldn't do it. Well, then they like break in and go through, and they just start getting mowed down. Literally, like every swing of the sword is 2 dead, 2 dead, 2 dead from this ridiculous, fantastic or fantasy character, and then it like pans to like who the dude actually is, and it's this dude that looks like our ex-brother-in-law. He's like 600 pounds. He's sitting at the computer. He just pimples and zits all over the place. Just got like sores and blisters, and he's just saying, "Yeah, you suck, dude." No, he's not even saying anything. Just no expression.
Yeah.
600 pounds and just destroying like every kid in the. That's funny, but those are the dudes that go, "This is my everything." Like, I gotta be good. I need that. I need that gun. You know, I need the gold one.
Well, I mean, I guess that's, and I actually wrote a paper about this in college, and it was about the Pavlovian conditioning that video games have given to people to try to get them to play more, right?
For sure.
And that is like the reward system, right? So like Call of Duty,
Pavlov's dogs.
yeah, like whoever invented like XP and ranking up to unlock new rewards, it, like they tapped into that Pavlovian conditioning because it's like the bell rings, the dog salivates because he knows he's getting food, right? Well, it's like the same thing with Call of Duty or whatever game you're playing where you're ranking up. It's like it gives you like an incentive you want to keep playing because it's like, oh, that you get that tiny reward center clicking in your brain when you unlock something or you get something for that. But
it's like social media likes.
But you've totally like hijacked the process if you're having to pay somebody.
Yeah, and that's the thing.
Sure.
It's also intermediate, so it's like just like not happening all the time. So it's like, oh, now that I'm playing against Hanson on Halo, and he sucks because he's a child, but I feel really good because I'm like doing really good this game. The next game I do awful, and it's like it also like it increases the reward.
Yeah, and I think, and but I know we've spent a lot of time on this. I didn't even intend to get into this conversation, obviously, but I was curious as to why we got booted.
Absolutely,
because Anson can't,
which is
play. He's 4 years old,
which is hilarious, and we can cut some of this out. Some of it's very interesting, but it's the same thing as we've talked many times about social media likes and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, it's totally artificial, and honestly, like half of it is from bots.
Yeah, and I mean, we like if you're watching this, please like, subscribe, share. but if you're basing your entire value, or if that becomes like the whole thing for you. For sure. Which I think a lot of people on Instagram, that's like their whole thing is like, how many likes do I get on this? And I can't have happiness in my life unless 1 million people like or approve of my,
for sure.
Yeah.
So, I just, it's freeing to not have to, have to be tied to that.
For sure. Yeah. Now, I will say, I would like a million people to come like our stuff.
Please like.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because
we're talking out both sides of our ass right now.
Yeah. No, but I would take the money that came with that. Other than that, don't really care unless we're interacting with our friends, and the people we love.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be enjoyable and recreational.
My wife commented the other day and said, "Damn, you look good. Don't forget, you have a hose." And I was like, man, that means a lot. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like that.
That was really nice of her to talk about your garden hose. Fire hose.
Fire hose. Oh yeah.
My bad.
Oh, dude.
We get on that. We're gonna seg you out here.
Yeah, let's seg you real quick.
All right.
Yep. Sweet.
Grant, if you could shift
This way.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I knew I
Good.
looked sexy and you didn't.
Ethan, you're looking good. Everything's looking
I want my hair back.
Good.
So, really?
Yeah, sorry. It's just really feeling it.
Oh, you're the second gay guy today that has complimented me on my hair. No, dude, I want my hair back. I want my hair back.
All right, back in here, guys. Ethan and I are back in here, and JP is currently in the closet. I really hope you shifted the camera to
Yeah, no,
yourself
yeah.
so that I can see that you're sitting in in our studio. Like the producer's booth is actually like inset into the closet in this room.
They forced me into the closet, guys.
Yeah, but the crazy thing about our producer is he's in the closet. It doesn't look like he's coming out anytime soon.
No, I don't think so, dude. And actually, we had
We support you though. If you want to come out of the closet,
He got here just a little bit before you did earlier today, and he walks in with, you can see the flags hanging up. He walks in with the freaking rainbow flag, and he was like, "I had an idea for the studio, dude." And I was like, "Buddy, probably not."
I think we should next week just go ahead and hang that flag up.
Oh, that'd be.
You guys are gonna be like so hyped because I actually got us a Bud Light sponsorship.
Oh
No, that's straight as hell now.
Did it switch over?
Yeah, totally changed.
man,
They bought out Kid Rock and Shane Gillis, the two most hetero dudes in America.
And Post Malone.
hold on.
Yeah,
What does Ethan always say? Like we're like super hetero. What's your hetero as hell?
Hetero as hell.
Yeah, we were getting a laugh out of that last
That's
week.
really good.
Hetero as hell.
Yeah, dude. We're hetero as hell, dude.
All right, so I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here, okay? But I'm going to talk. I'm nice. I'm going to.
Pretty good.
But a dead horse wouldn't make that sound. What sound does a dead horse make? But
If it falls in the forest, does it make a sound?
just shut up. I'm trying to do something. All right, so we were fishing a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And my daughter, Addie, she cracks me up some of the stuff she says.
Yeah.
It.
By the way, if you don't like kids' stories, go to Helmet.
Yeah, too bad. Like
You're gonna get a lot.
We're hoping we got
That's
a
what-
lot of dads listening to the pod.
For sure.
It's a good. If you are a dad and you've listened to the pod, you probably dig it because we talk funny kid stories all the time. But we're fishing and we were using worms like night crawlers, right?
Nice, yeah.
And she has no qualms with like digging her hands in there and getting them all nasty and grabbing the worm out of there and putting it on her hook, which I'm so proud of.
That's
Like,
awesome.
That's a proud dad moment for me.
Accomplishment.
Yeah. So she like dips her hand in there and pulls out a worm, and she's like meticulously threading it on her hook and everything, and it's so cute. Well, as she's doing this, she looks up at me with the most serious face, and she says, "Dad, that little bit of dirt on the side of the worm, is that like the salad that goes with the meat for the fish?" Because in her mind, right? Every time we have like steak or something, we always have like salad, that goes with it. So she, in her mind,
That's the potatoes.
yeah, like the dirt on the side of the worm was the salad. She's like, "Is that the salad? Is that like the salad that goes with the meat?"
Oh
the
my
fish?
goodness, dude.
Anyway, I absolutely, and this is just, her little creative mind working, man. I laughed so hard.
Oh
dude.
my gosh.
And actually, at that very moment, I pulled my phone out and I like typed it out in my phone under the pod materials because I'm like, I have got to tell Ethan and JP about this.
Oh,
This is
for
so
sure,
funny.
dude. Oh, that's incredible. You got the protein and you got the side.
Yeah, that's the salad.
I love the way that little kids' brains work. Dude.
Yeah.
Like it's the most beautiful, innocent,
Yeah,
funny thing.
often
And
hilarious. Yeah,
absolutely. It's a lot of times the like comic relief and joy that you need in any particular moment. You know what I mean?
So anytime we get worms out now, I'm always like, "Oh, we got some dirt salad on there,"
Yeah, for sure, dude. Oh my gosh, and I can so see her saying that too,
Yeah.
dude. That's awesome. Actually, you were talking about you guys were fishing,
Yeah, fishing.
right? Otherwise, why would
Love
you be
it.
playing with worms?
Yeah.
Back to another pick 3.
Oh yeah,
One
still on fishing. So
Yep. One that was like, it's the bonus pick 3, one that was like brought up
Yeah,
and,
sure.
kind of originated from you. You're like, yeah. We kind of live for this. Let's throw this in there.
we were just kind of missing. I mean, it's so easy for us because we absolutely love to fish.
For sure. Yeah. And we love to talk, so we could just blast through pick 3 for forever. But this is a good one. Last week we did freshwater. And we went, so follow along here. We went freshwater fish. Now we're going saltwater fish.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to go
Next week,
charters.
yeah. So like any sort of like a guided trip.
For sure. So it's like, what's your favorite fish here? What's your favorite fish here? And then if you're going fishing, fresh or saltwater, what do you want to pay somebody to take you to do? Right. So,
For certain species and for certain types of fishing, it's actually a better way to go.
absolutely. Yeah.
Perfect example, spoonbill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. I would never have been able to do what we did on that spoonbill trip. And, we've got the pictures to prove it. Awesome pictures. But that would not have been possible without having someone with the knowledge and the.
I think this is, I think we're a week early on all that information.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I won't spoil it. My bad.
For sure. So we're going to talk about, I'm talking saltwater fish, and forgive me if I'm totally wrong and off on this. I'm going off of what you and I have experienced together.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
I like
we
it.
have had a lot of saltwater fishing experiences together, and it's been a blast. Like, it is, oh my gosh, it's so awesome.
Well, and the majority of times that we've been saltwater fishing, we've been together. So
for sure. I would say of the 10 or 12 times, I've been twice without you.
Yeah. Probably about the same.
I'm sure you could say the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we go, guys. Pick 3, bonus pick 3, right? Saltwater fish.
All right, let's get into it.
The species.
Looking
You ready?
forward to it. Give it to me.
I'm going to throw this out because a couple of years ago, you caught the biggest redfish I've ever seen in my life. And the only thing that anybody else caught all day long.
I got COVID that day.
We got COVID that day.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah.
We caught it from that damn gas station.
For sure, dude. Worst road trip ever. Well, on the way back, worst road trip ever. I'm throwing this in there because we've caught a ton of them off of Tybee, right? And then, like, the only other fish caught that one day when you caught the monster redfish, toadfish.
Dude, I totally forgot about that. Because everybody asked me, they're like, when I show them the picture, they're like, oh man, what else did you guys catch that day? And I was like, that was like the only fish.
For sure,
like,
dude.
I forgot about the toadfish,
Yeah.
though.
This toadfish that you need leather gloves to pull out of the water.
They've got like
this.
this. Is it the one with the spines?
Yeah, with the spines all over their whole freaking body.
And I think they're like poisonous too.
Yeah.
Like if they break your skin, it can
sting and
like a
hurt
sting,
you and maybe get infected.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, that's
I like that you put toadfish on your saltwater list.
that
Like the
was
most trash fish in the
for
world.
sure, dude. That's kind of like number one. Just
Middle
joking
finger to
around.
that one.
Yeah,
but
middle
all right,
finger,
cool.
yeah, for sure. All right, dude. We've had a lot of fun with all the rest of these fish. You ready? Black sea bass.
And honestly, maybe one of the best tasting fish, especially if you grill it. Like black sea bass is way up there on my list. Yeah,
And a massive blast to sit there and catch. Flounder.
and it's like chill. Like black sea bass fishing,
It is.
when we've gone, it's almost like there's a little bit more to it than crappie fishing, but it's still really just like drop it down there,
Yes.
feel the tap, reel it back up.
It's
right?
tight line fishing straight down.
Yeah.
You're just standing over the spot.
So it's just like you can just sit there, stand there on the boat, drink beer, have a good time, and catch a bunch of really good tasting fish.
Absolutely,
Just
yeah.
like crappie.
such a good time. Flounder. Everybody loves flounder. Those are fun. You can catch them inshore, outshore.
Pretty good to eat,
You know,
too.
They're awesome. Oh, man. White meat, beautiful. Speckled trout or sea trout,
Right.
Which we've caught some of. They're delicious. They got a mouthful of nasty teeth. They fight hard.
They fight, yeah.
Man, what a fun time.
Like it's probably one of the few trout that you can catch at least in the United States without with a barb on your hook. Like because most other like trout in the country, you have to have a barbless hook. Like freshwater trout.
Not only that, but like the freshwater trout are so smart and their eyesight is so good that like you can't throw out a chunk of squid and catch it
true.
with a hook this big,
Yeah.
because they'll see it. Stingray.
Okay. Oh, caught a lot of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to include it because of how many we've caught.
And because of how they push through the water, like
Right.
you just feel like you have this huge fish on, and you get it up, and it's just like a medium-sized,
Yeah,
small stingray.
Where do you even hook them at? Is it just like
They eat it.
where's their mouth?
It's down on the bottom.
On the bottom.
Right?
On the
So
bottom,
like
okay.
they're swimming like this.
I've snagged a few too, but
Yeah. But they will eat, like if you're throwing squid or shrimp, they will absolutely eat it. But yeah,
especially
their
shrimp.
mouth is
yeah.
the mouth is on the bottom of their body. Like they are so odd, dude. If you think of a freaking pancake, like the eyes are on top and the mouth is down below.
And the fight that you get from them is it's almost like
They have so much drag.
yeah, am I hung up? Like it's just like this dead weight that's just pushing
Occasionally,
against you.
for
but
sure.
it's like other fish cut through the water. Stingrays just kind of sit out there and just
Like you're reeling in a sail.
yeah.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
That's a perfect
great way to-
example. Yeah.
Jeez, dude. I thought you were dumb. You're not. Sorry. I love you, JP. Anyway,
Be nice.
had to include that. We've caught so many.
Yeah, for sure.
Got to put it in there, right? Snapper. Okay. We've caught a variety of snapper on a variety of fishing trips. And the thing that has sucked a few of the times that we've gone,
I was just getting ready to say this, but yeah, go ahead.
the regulations,
Right.
and limitations, and we
Yeah, you catch like a shitload of red snapper, and they're like, yeah, we can't keep any of them.
for sure, or vermilion snapper. Or, there's all these different varieties, and they're all like somewhat similar, but they're incredible. And it's like, oh,
And they're like table fare wise, they're so tasty.
nothing better, dude.
Yeah.
I will throw this out there real quick. Do you remember the time that we were out deep sea fishing? I'm not going to say when or where, but we caught, it actually wasn't a red or vermilion.
Yep.
It was a different kind of snapper that is sushi grade meat.
Yep. I remember this.
And old boat captain goes, actually, I keep a little soy sauce and lime on the boat just for times like these. Throws it up there, filleted it off,
Chop, chop, chop.
chopped it up in the chunks. He goes, everybody, soy sauce, lime, down the hatch. We all walk up there.
This fish had been out of the water 30 seconds.
Absolutely, yeah. It not legal to keep.
And it was some of the best sushi I've ever had.
Dude.
Yeah.
I mean, the best sashimi. It was incredible, dude. No rice, just two different sauces, and down the hatch. It was not legal to keep at that particular time. Or maybe ever, allegedly.
You didn't keep it. You digested it. It's all fine.
Oh, true. Yeah, actually, no. Honestly, if you study, which like we talked about a couple weeks ago, the process of water treatment, I guarantee you that sumbitch ended back up right where it was born, dude.
Yeah.
But that was awesome. So snapper, awesome.
I had forgotten about that until you
For
just
sure.
mentioned it. That was
Yeah,
really
dude.
cool. Yeah.
That was awesome. Grouper. I've
Ooh.
eaten grouper, and I think I caught a small variety of a grouper in Hawaii.
Right.
I've never caught most of the ones
like
that you
the
like.
Goliath grouper.
Certainly not a Goliath, but then there's like other species that are kind of stepped down. I haven't caught those, but it's one of those. It's so iconic that like you have to include it.
Right. That's a bucket list fish for me to catch a Goliath grouper.
Absolutely, dude, for sure. A cobia. Shockingly, I haven't caught a cobia. I don't know about you, but they run so prevalently where we have gone fishing in the past that
And they're fairly common. Like if you go fishing, either inshore or deep sea fishing, like the chances of catching a cobia is usually pretty high.
everybody comes back with a cobia.
Right.
It's kind of like a barracuda.
Right.
Like there's always going to be one there. So I'm surprised that we haven't, but I'm including that because I know that that's massively prevalent wherever we have gone fishing. And it's kind of just surprising that we haven't had one. I'm including bull shark because let me tell you a little ditty about Grant and
Oh my
Me.
gosh. Yeah.
we went fishing one time off the coast of Georgia.
That almost was really bad because we were 4 hours out.
could have been incredibly bad.
Yeah.
We had been catching fish like crazy. I can't remember if that trip we were catching tuna or mahi, whatever it was.
I think it was tuna.
Tuna.
No, it was mahi.
It was
Because
mahi.
we kept having sharks come up and hit the mahi on the trip in. And we would
exactly
pull
right.
in a half of a mahi with just the back half just had a
Are sharks like notoriously known to go for mahi, or
Well, particular types of sharks are just going for what they assume is an injured fish.
Okay.
So
And
that's
he's being reeled in, so it's not
yeah. Not to mention, once you hear the rest of the story and figure out the species I'm talking about, I think you'll go, oh,
Plus, we're in the Gulf Stream, and like that's just like a hotbed for
for sure.
all.
It's
you
the
know,
food court.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
absolutely
it is.
the
It's the
court.
food court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But we're catching all these mahi, and I think I had just caught a fish, got it in, throw it in the cooler. Grant hooks
Yeah,
up.
because we were catching mahi at that fast. It was like,
Yeah.
get them up, get them in the cooler, like just swing them in. The next guys, there's already another one or two guys hooked up fighting.
sure,
So
yeah.
it was just like
Ended up going home
Fast
with
action.
33 mahi
it was
that day.
It was a pile, and we caught even more than that.
Oh yeah, for
We just
sure.
Basically limited out.
Limited out, and then also had shark dinner.
Right.
That like a handful of them we had to. Well, all right.
Yeah, half
Throw
the
that
fish is
back.
gone. There's just like a shark shaped, bite, and the whole back end of the fish is gone.
Yeah,
Wow.
which is insane. But we're
And mahi are like this. I mean,
they're all like 35 and 40 pounds.
We're talking, mahi are not small.
Wow.
So there's some big ass sharks just
Yeah.
taking bites.
They're damn near as like tall as they are
Right.
like long, But
it's like the
Grant hooks up.
neon green and blue fish.
Okay. Yeah.
Crazy, yeah. Grant hooks up, and he's like, he's got this, he's fighting it. Finally gets it up, and the captain goes, "Hey boys, back up! This is a bull shark. This is a bull shark." Well, so the captain gaffs it, which is just a hook on a stick, basically stabs it through the back of the shark, flops it up, and he's like, "Hey, I want you to back up. So Grant backs
Because that
up
shark
with
is
the
just
rod.
like going nuts up there. I mean, he's just exploding on the deck.
For sure. So then we all kind of back up into the cabin, and the captain, badass dude, love that guy, but he flips up. He has a cooler that's like as wide as this room to fit to fit all
the
the
cooler's
fish,
like
right?
as wide as the boat.
For sure. Yeah, it's massive. Flips up the lid, and he flips that bull shark in there, which was probably 4.5 feet.
Yeah, 4.5 to 5 feet.
Yeah. Pretty good sized shark, right? Drops it in there, closes the lid, and he's like, "All right, boys." He said, "Hey, bull shark's good eating. Bull shark is damn good eating." And we're all kind of surprised. We're like, "Awesome.
Okay, cool.
Hell yeah."
I've always heard sharks like terrible.
Well, that's what we thought. We all thought, what? Anyway, he's like, "Damn good eating. Congratulations, fellas." Well, we all kind of moved back to the back of the boat to get ready to fish and throw baits back out and everything. And this freaking bull shark starts flopping in this cooler.
You can hear him just pounding the lid of the cooler.
Yeah, dude, smashing the top and the bottom, going knucking futz in this cooler. And all of a sudden, the lid of this cooler.
Hold on. Somebody had just caught another mahi, and they swung the mahi up, and we were going to throw the mahi in the cooler. At that exact moment, that shark he exploded.
Lid came up, fish getting ready to go in.
We're trying to get a fish
Yeah.
in there, and that bull shark launches out of the cooler. I'll let you finish.
Well, and this cooler is like probably 2.5, maybe 3 feet high. And as the lid.
And it's already got 15 or 16 mahi in it. So
For
it's
sure.
like starting to fill up.
And as this lid comes up and we're trying to put this fish in, here comes this dumb mother asshole. Boop! Flops out back onto the deck of the boat.
Oh my!
Starts going.
And like we're all
freaking-
standing there with rods. Some of us have fish on that we're fighting. So it's just like this shark is loose on the deck. A bunch of us like standing there trying to like fight fish.
Right. Watching out for this absolute asshole of an animal that flips around, takes a big old bite out of Grant's pants.
Like,
Really?
dude,
Millimeters from
like
his
he
leg.
grabs onto my pants. The captain of the boat thinks that the shark has latched on to my knee right here where like my femoral artery
Oh
is.
my God!
Yeah.
Like the captain looks down and sees him latched on right there, but I had those like outdoor pants with like the zips, so it's kind of like loose right there at the
For
knee.
sure.
And he had just kind of gotten the zipper and like the
Fabric.
outside of the pant and didn't actually get into my leg, but he was like attached to it.
What are the odds, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
The captain freaks out
So the
because
captain,
he thinks that the shark's like on me, like
for sure.
sunk his teeth into my
You're
leg.
like, oh, fish on, fish on.
yeah, fish
Clamp
on.
your leg.
yeah.
And you're like, no, fish off, fish off,
Yeah.
fish off.
I was actually starting to be like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening.
I'm dying. I love fishing, but damn it. Anyway, so I think I can't remember. Did he grab the fish and rip it off?
No, he did.
Or-
He grabbed the back of the shark,
Right.
by the where the fin comes out like this. He grabs right
stuck his
there.
thumb up its asshole.
Yeah. And like he like smacks it on the top of the head, like because that kind of like stuns him,
Do you remember what he smacked him with it?
His Be Good stick.
His Be Good stick.
Yeah.
Dude, this guy, so nice. He was so cool. I mean, pure anger and hatred. Dude, he is. It's a billy club, right? He is beating this shark over the head for minutes on end. Like as
I think it was more like 15 seconds, but yeah.
well, but the whole time he is cussing this shark. You motherfucker! Don't you dare ever touch one of my customers! You piece of shit! I will absolutely destroy you! Don't you ever do that! Just destroying him. Just as he's beating the snot out of him, he is just talking mad shit because he's pissed. It tried to bite one of his customers.
He's
right?
probably thinking at this time, like, I'm going to have a medical emergency on my boat.
For sure.
We're gonna
Lawsuit.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what he's thinking. He's like, I've got a dude that's going to be freaking bleeding out. We're going to have to like tourniquet his leg. We're going to have to get a life flight out here. That's what he's thinking.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But
He grabs the shark.
he took
back
it
there.
personal, dude. He took it
He
personal.
grabs the shark by the back of his tail, like right there where the tail and the body meet, and like one of his dorsal fins, and he just launches him out in the water.
No, he didn't. We ate that son of a bitch.
No, he launched him out. He said, "Get off my fucking boat." We had caught other sharks.
Okay.
We caught
all right.
multiple smaller sharks.
I was thinking
day.
that
We
was
ate those.
I was thinking that was the one we ate.
That shark got beat to death and then
thrown back in.
off the boat.
Sure. Yeah, go get eat by other bull sharks, you piece of
Yeah,
shit.
because I'll never forget, because I was so mad, because I was like, oh, there went my big ass shark. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Okay, so I was I'm mistaken on that. I was thinking
If you go back and look
we
at the
kept that
picture,
one.
there is a shark that's like more or less
3.5
equivalent
feet.
size, maybe a little bit smaller, and we did keep that one.
okay,
But,
sweet.
But
yeah,
he got the Be Good stick like immediately. He
Yeah,
was like, no, I'm not doing this again.
yeah, no, we ain't running that back. Sorry for the story. That was, but I feel like
incredible. I didn't know you
pretty-
knew a gnarled sea captain that you
Oh,
went
man.
out fishing.
This guy's
for
about
sure,
as
dude.
hardcore as it
Hey,
gets.
Captain Zach,
Yeah, Captain Zach.
shout out, love you, man. All right,
Nothing
next
but
fish.
nothing but good times with that dude.
Oh, dude, some of the best memories I've ever had in my
Sure.
life. Barracuda.
Yep.
Ooh, barracuda. That's we've all caught a lot of them. They eat very good.
Yep.
They're fun to catch because they are kind of intimidating with a mouthful of teeth.
Yep.
They've got really pretty stripes. Love me a barracuda. Mahi mahi.
Yeah.
Catching, eating,
Yeah.
whatever. Like
And they're beautiful.
they are gorgeous. Maybe
Probably one of the prettiest fish I've ever seen.
absolutely,
Like
man.
in the water and out of the water.
For sure. Yeah. Tuna.
Yep.
Caught a lot of those.
I mean, it's insane how long you have to fight those fish.
They are
They wear you out.
they're freaking 3 feet wide.
Yeah.
It's nuck and futz. Their muscle content is so high.
And you get them up in the boat and they're just like, they're like spazoid, dude. It's crazy.
Palsy fish, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's wild. But they're cool. They're also beautiful.
Yeah.
The stripes and all that, and then of course you can catch.
It's a lot of different varieties.
You can catch a green fin.
Yeah. Like,
It's like this long,
Right.
up to a freaking 1,200-pound tuna.
yeah. So
know?
the ones that are like sushi grade that get huge on wicked tuna, those are
Bluefin.
Those are bluefin. I don't think
Yeah.
that we've caught a bluefin.
Yellowfin.
Right. We've caught yellow, green, and black fin.
Yes.
And
yeah.
and albacore.
Yeah. Yep. So
Those are
yeah,
those
we've
are
caught
4
those.
varieties we've caught.
For sure. So which I would take those any day.
Yeah.
Like we seared those and ate them sushi
Right.
grade essentially.
The
And
albacore is definitely a step down from the other ones.
That's why they turn it into packets and
Right.
put a little sunflower oil with it.
Right.
You know,
It's like not near the other ones
for sure.
but the
Love the tuna, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Love it. One of my favorite things to eat. Period. Ever.
yeah, great times, except when Duncan leaves open tuna packet on the in the work truck
On the dash.
in the dash, and you get back in after a hot day, and all you smell is just like stanky, rotten, hot tuna.
I've done that to people at work on purpose. Like, I ate it and I was like, I'm just gonna put this in their truck, and you put it in there and it gets all hot. And it's
Reminds me of the door to a shitter on a tuna boat.
damn. Should we tell that story sometime?
It's a joke, but yeah, I mean,
Joke. Yeah,
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
it's not a story. All right, final one, dude. Wahoo.
I know why. I mean, I already know what your number one is.
I put Wahoo on the list because it should be last.
This
That's
is like
why it's last.
this is like number 1 plus. You know?
yeah. Anyway, dude, there's the list. I'm sorry it took so long.
And
to
I'll just say this,
I'm sorry.
and I won't step on your story if you're going to talk about a Wahoo in a little bit.
I mean, that probably would have been part of the explanation
Okay.
for what.
Yeah.
But
I'll just leave it alone then.
I also should have let you tell your story about bull sharks.
No, it's good. That Wahoo's way more impressive than the bull shark. So
Well,
I'll let you.
is it? Nobody knows yet.
Can I throw? I'm going to throw one more up here because we haven't caught it together. But
Let's do it.
we went out and caught a bunch of king mackerel.
Oh yeah,
And
dude.
This is down in
So you can go ahead. You can add this if you want to, Holmes.
yeah, the king mackerel not only were, and they're like, you know what they are? Okay, you know how a wahoo is real skinny and
Yep.
long,
Right.
Like a torpedo almost, right?
For sure. Yeah,
A king
they're
mackerel,
very similar, right?
king mackerel is like, it looks extremely similar to a wahoo. It does not have it doesn't look as pretty. Like the wahoo has all that striations in it, and
Doesn't have the distinction.
yeah, and it has
Yeah.
that iridescent, you know,
for sure. Yeah,
like when you pull it out of the water, it looks like it's just
sheen.
yeah, it's a sheen. It's
sure,
incredible.
yeah.
So the king mackerels have more like dark colors in them, you know,
Yeah.
like kind of white and black.
But the build is so they've got to be related.
But they're in the same family.
Yeah.
Same family. So like king mackerel is like a mini wahoo
For sure,
Or the
yeah.
ones I caught. I think they do get bigger, but
Yeah.
the ones we caught, and we caught them in a plentiful supply. They don't eat near as good as some of the other fish that we've had on here. I definitely would say that they're definitely more fishy.
Right.
than mackerel is, but still great time.
Still
And
a
you know what?
blast, yeah.
Like we ate them, and they're pretty decent.
Yeah,
but like
for sure.
a hell of a good time, and they swim super freaking fast.
Kinda like the wahoo.
Not as fast as the wahoo, but
yeah.
really fast.
Fastest fish in the
So like you
Ocean is the
you
wahoo.
hook up to them, and they go. And you just
I
hear
love that.
your drag go for a good
Sure.
minute or two before you even start reeling.
Sounds to me like this is a well-deserving fish to be on it. I guess I didn't think about it because I haven't caught one.
Yeah, in the same family, but just
For sure,
you know,
yeah.
a little bit different fish. And there's multiple types of mackerel, but the king mackerel is what we
for sure.
were catching.
And there are other fish. There's so many other fish that I wanted to put on
sure.
here, but I had like I kinda
All the fish of the
limited
sea.
myself, all the fish in the sea. I kind of limited myself by going, like, what have I caught? What have we caught?
Sure.
Because otherwise there is no limitation. Like I could go forever. I could never shut up about
Right.
saltwater fish.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean,
So
it is. I think the list you gave me is great to work off of. Obviously, the king mackerel is the only one that was kind of like that. I kind of, you know,
for sure.
Kinda-
Yeah, you've done that. So yeah, it should be up there.
mackerel has a K, by the way.
Yeah. It's Matt Quirrell. Yeah. MAQUEERAL.
Quirrell.
So there it is.
All right,
dog.
cool. So,
Your pick
let
three.
me jump into this. All right, number one, toadfish. Just kidding.
Tastes like shit. It'll hurt your hands. It can sting
Yeah.
you and make you sick. I love that. That's what I'm all about.
Yeah. Let's see here. I'm gonna go.
Yo, JP. So if you just like space down, you could put like Grant's pick three.
Okay.
And then if you just want to like, colon and then like what his picks are, That's what Pifty used to do that, and we kind of.
It was nice to have that
kinda
reference
dug that,
point.
yeah. Because we can look back at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
For posterity.
I love you.
All right, so I'm gonna go. Man, this is tough. All right, here we go.
This is tough.
Mahi mahi is 3.
Okay.
Number 3 for me.
Nice.
The eating them is delicious. You can make them a lot of different ways, but like just doing a mahi mahi steak and grilling it.
Oh,
it's like
yeah, for sure.
freaking awesome, right?
You don't need to worry about a marinade, like soaking them in salt water. It
Right.
just
Yeah.
grab the damn piece of fish and go make it however you want.
And the reason that I'm putting them at 3 is because, or putting them in my top 3 is because it is a great tasting fish, but you get this like very satisfying, rewarding fight, and it's probably not quite as difficult of a fight as say like some of those tuna that we've caught, right? But it's still like a super fun fight. You land them in 10 or 15 minutes and you get, this massive big slab of nothing but meat.
For sure, yeah.
And
it's actually mahi mahi is so good. I've found this back whenever we had all that mahi mahi meat. You don't want to fry it.
right, yeah.
You want to.
I was just going to say like it's actually better like grilled,
right,
or-
so you can just
or
get
just
the-
sashimi,
yeah.
So
Yeah.
but yeah, so I'm gonna say mahi mahi's number 3, and just
Okay.
like probably I would say that's maybe one of the most legendary fishing trips I've ever been on. When we caught all those mahi, not only did we catch a ton of fish, we caught all those sharks. We had the near miss with my bull shark.
We may never have another trip like that.
Like
in
that
our
was
lives.
probably one of the best fishing trips I've ever been on in my life. So
Absolutely,
mahi mahi, number 3. Number 2 for me, boy, I kind of want to put wahoo in there, but because I've not actually ever caught one myself, like you have, like
Right.
I feel like I want to kind of put stuff in there that I have caught. So I'm gonna go with, go black sea bass number 2.
Oh hell yeah. Okay.
Probably.
Dude, that was fun. Dude,
Yeah.
that was fun.
And I mean, that's a much easier type of fishing. It is not near
For sure.
and black sea bass do not get the size of some of these other fish that we're talking.
No, we're talking 4 and 5 pounds
Right.
usually, like as a big one.
But like, just look at my freshwater selection of crappie. It's like, okay, like crappie are not, the crazy, huge trophy fish, big fish,
For sure.
but they taste awesome. Like in fact,
Value wise,
right. And I'll tell you this, if I go to a restaurant and they have black sea bass, like fresh black sea bass, like grilled black sea bass on the menu, it's almost guaranteed.
you're going there.
Like I went to Avanzari for our anniversary, Stacey and I did
Right.
a few weeks ago, and they had it was like not a normal menu item, but they had black sea bass
For sure,
on the menu,
yeah.
And I'm like, let's go.
Bringo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's like an easy choice table fare wise. Black sea bass, it's hard to get better than that.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
Especially,
Damn, so
especially
good
if
cooked.
it's
all
cooked
these-
right. I mean,
For
it's
sure.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's like so buttery, like
yeah,
just the
yeah.
meat naturally is like that.
Thick, chunky, just like flaky. Ugh. Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am so hungry.
Dude, I'm getting
so
hungry too. I just want to go eat some fish right now.
For sure,
what I mean?
dude.
And I would say that my number 1 is probably going to be tuna, and I'll tell you the reason tuna is my number 1. First off, a good tuna steak, like just seared, like it's barely even cooked, just like seared on the outside. It's basically just sushi that's seared.
I don't
right?
think it gets better, dude.
Like it is, and I'm talking like a good tuna
Right.
steak, right?
Hey, I got a question. How many people have you talked to that you talk about eating tuna
Almost everybody,
and they all go, ugh, oh, I don't like tuna.
right?
That's
They're thinking of the shit that you get in a can.
That's exactly right.
Right,
And they're
right.
like, tuna's nasty.
Right.
I like that.
Right.
But that's what they're thinking of. And then you tell them, you're like,
It's
tuna steak tastes more like the best chicken you've ever had in your life.
it's like a rare, if you get it cooked right, it's like a medium rare or rare steak that just is so tender it just falls apart in your mouth.
For sure. And the flavor is the flavor is cleaner even.
Yeah.
Like it
And you don't get like any of the gristle or anything like that. Like every single morsel
For
is
sure.
is that like buttery, melt in your mouth.
Can't tell you how many people I've talked to, and they're like, "Oh, no, tuna disgusts me," and I'm like, "You haven't
had a good tuna steak,
Yeah.
like a high grade." And I mean, just
albacore tuna is all you've ever had."
right, like, and we're talking like if you were to go get a bluefin tuna steak like that big around,
Right.
like less than the diameter of like your typical filet mignon,
Right.
like that big, right? And at a high end restaurant, I mean, you're probably paying a couple $100 for that.
Yeah,
Like
for
that's
sure.
that. I mean, and you're gonna probably be like, that's the best thing.
Worth
I've ever
it.
seen. Right.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that is, I would say, tuna, just from like, it's an extreme fight.
For sure.
It tests you.
Absolutely.
Like you actually will start to have thoughts in your head of like,
can I do
do I even want to catch this fish anymore? Like
Absolutely,
I have been
yeah.
fighting it for so long. My bicep is cramping. I can't feel my arm. And so it's like it challenges you more than any fish I've ever caught. And I'm sure there are fish out there like, you're going to probably talk about here in a second, but they challenge you. Like it is a challenge to
Yeah.
bring them in.
It's unfathomable
Right.
how difficult
Right.
it is to catch a fish.
Yeah. Like of that size with that strength.
For sure.
And then if it's super high quality meat on the flip of that, it's just like it makes it even better because every single morsel of that 40 or 50 pound fish you just caught is delicious. So
I want to eat some freaking fish so bad.
I want to go.
And not even
I want to
just-
go tuna fishing again.
Oh, I do too.
Like it's been
dude.
too long.
Man. Not even just eat, like, I don't want to just eat fried fish. I want a damn tuna steak.
It's rare, just seared on the outside.
Oh, dude.
Like some black pepper.
Yep. Anything thrown on the grill for about 18 seconds on each side. Bam,
Yeah,
bam, bam.
You don't really want that much heat. You just want to sear the outside. That's it.
For sure.
So tuna's number one for me, and then my +1 is going to be a bull shark.
Nice. Okay.
And that is, like I would say compared to a lot of the other fish, like shark meat is just like okay. I wouldn't put it up there with any of those other three.
Right.
But like we chopped it up into like some nuggets and fried it up, and it was actually
Dude, it was awesome.
it was pretty solid.
Yeah.
So
Did some smoked portions of it, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic.
like not my favorite, but still like pretty decent. So
For sure, yeah.
but the reason bull shark's my +1 is just because of my
you had to, dude.
Yeah.
That experience is,
it's probably one of the craziest, wildest experiences I've ever had with a fish.
dude, I tell people about that story all the time. and
I've still got the shorts.
really?
Yeah, like they were pants that zips out
For sure,
shorts,
yeah, the zip
and
offs.
like there's like all these teeth marks and holes right there at the knee. And I don't even wear those shorts anymore. They're just like beat
They're
up,
just-
But I
just
but I
framed.
save them just because it's an heirloom.
For sure, man. That's crazy. I've told Nut, Nut. I've told Nut that story probably like 9 times because every time we get to talking about fishing, I'm like, "You heard of bull sharks?
You ever caught a bull shark?
You ever caught a bull shark? I know a guy that did. Let me tell you about it." It's crazy, dude. Damn, that's a good list. That's a really good list for sure.
So what you got? What do you got for me?
All right, dog. I got something for you. You ready for it?
Give it to me.
Okay. I'm going mahi mahi number 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Trying to copy me, I see.
And to everyone that listens and really wants diversity and weird new things from, guy to guy, look, it's going to be different, but the same stuff's going to be in this, like,
it's very
list.
like
I apologize.
we've lived the same experiences on these.
For sure,
so
yeah.
it's-
The mahi mahi, that was awesome. I've got a picture of me holding a mahi mahi with a shark bite out of the belly.
Oh, that's right.
Because that was one that I caught.
It like took off the majority of the lower third of that.
For sure, it looks like he took a whole rainbow out of his belly.
It's a perfect shark bite, like cartoon
Wow.
caricature of a shark bite.
For
That's
sure.
exactly what is missing out of that mahi.
I'll see if I can find it and maybe put
Put it on there. Yeah, like, how awesome would it be if you just throw it up on right now?
Yeah,
We're talking about it.
yeah. I think I'll throw it up right.
Just put it right over my head, just
Right
cover
now.
my face.
For sure. Then it's also actually like that trip came with some of the best memories ever because then we were with a fantastic group, the brothers. the brother-in-law and the father-in-law, like
Bobby, Josh,
Bobby and Josh, and had a fantastic, amazing group.
Poor Josh was calling dinosaurs half the time.
Yeah, for sure, which is sad.
It was pretty rough seas when we went out that morning.
Right.
And we got a 4-hour where we left from, like places out of Florida. A lot of times you don't have to go that far to get to the stream.
Sure.
But where we left out of, we had about a 3.5 to 4 hour boat ride to get out to the Gulf Stream, and it was like this the whole time.
It ruined him.
And I mean, he was just hurling like probably
all day,
8 or 10 times on the way out.
Yep.
I mean, it was rough for him, but he still had a good time because he caught a lot of fish, but he was just puking a lot.
For sure, yeah. But it was so amazing. Good group, right?
Yep.
Great day. Caught all these fish. Beautiful, beautiful fish that I never thought in my life I would catch.
Yeah.
But then we go back, get to the dock, and the deckhand's like, you want me to clean these? And we're like, no, I think we're going to save money this year. We're going to clean them ourselves, right?
Oh, that's right.
So we have 33 mahi-mahi, a couple barracuda, and a bull shark.
Was that
Maybe a couple bull sharks?
Was that the time the sand fleas started attacking us?
Sand fleas, dude.
Oh, yeah.
So we go start cleaning, right? And we've got these lanterns and these lights.
To clean that many fish, they're like on average 3 feet in length.
Takes some time.
It is. It's like
hours,
3 or 4 hour process for guys that aren't that experienced with cleaning those fish.
For sure.
I'm sure the deckhands probably could have done it in like 45 minutes.
Well,
to an hour,
and we would have been fine, but I'm pretty sure we were using fillet knives that were about that long.
We were using like fillet knives that you use for crappie.
For sure. And and dude, you got to think these fish are this tall.
Jeez.
They're like the fillet is that wide.
Yeah.
So like your knife is this wide. Anyway, long story short,
knuckle deep with your fillet knife just to try to like cut through.
Just to get half of it.
Yeah. Well, Bubba makes some like big ass fillet knives. We didn't have any of those.
Right.
I don't think Bubba existed at that time. I mean, you need a damn machete to get through them.
Oh yeah, you need your mother's lucky machete. But the point is, it was kind of a like the meat turned out great. We did a great job, right? It was a good time, but we ended up burning like a palm tree down.
We were trying to do anything to get the sand fleas away from us.
We're burning down this like pretty palm tree, just pulling stuff off of it.
You got this extremely sharp
going.
You've got this extremely sharp knife. You're trying to fillet this stuff, and you're just getting hit by these sand fleas. You're just like, and you're like jerking, and it's like,
what is a sand flea?
It's a
no-see-em.
Yeah, it's a no-see-em.
You can't really even see them. They're that small, but you just feel your skin just getting like.
Think of a chigger.
Okay.
So basically a like saltwater chigger.
Saltwater chigger.
I think
works.
What
Makes
I
sense.
Yeah. Anyway, that I have massive incredible
That's a new
memories
thing.
tied
That needs to be like a soundbite that we save.
Saltwater chigger.
Saltwater chigger.
Hey dude, you're being kind of a saltwater chigger right now.
You know what? You and your saltwater chiggers can get the hell out.
Oh, that could be problematic. Damn. Incredible times. Tuna number 2.
Mahi 3.
Mahi.
That was a bit of a diatribe, but Mahi 3 and number 2.
Tuna.
Okay,
Tuna. The memories and then the food. Like,
oh yeah.
To this day, tuna is one of my favorite things to eat. Right? If I'm at a place where I'm confident that the meat has been kept fresh, I'm doing an ahi tuna steak.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
There's no doubt, right? Not to mention that day was so much fun catching those fish, right? Such a blast. Very hard work, big time hard work.
Yeah, and like the first person to hook onto one, which I can't even remember who fought the first tuna that day.
I'll tell you, it was Andrew,
right?
Because we went in age group. We started at the oldest, and went to the youngest. Right. And if we had started at the youngest and gone to the oldest, somebody would have a very different, incredible fishing story.
That's a great point. But we were making fun. I remember me, you, and Jay were all making fun of Drew because we're like,
for struggling.
Really, dude? You've been fighting this fish for like 35 minutes.
Yeah, dude.
And Andrew's over there like, oh man, like he's like shaking out his bicep.
He's like, wait till you get up.
Yeah,
there.
and like we were just like making fun of him so hard. We're like, dude, you were a little pussy.
Yeah, for sure.
And like we just didn't know. Like, once we hooked on, we're like, oh, I shouldn't have freaking made fun of him.
Sorry, dog. Sorry, dog. Well, all that went, And all that went about where we were making fun of him, and then Grant hooked up, and he was like, "I'm sorry, dude." Justin hooked up, and he's like, "I'm sorry, dude." Well, 3 of them had
And that was
gone
three.
through.
That was 3 tunos in a row.
Wow.
Drew, me, and Jay.
Yeah.
And they were all 40 to 50 pound, maybe bigger on a couple of them.
Yeah,
Tunas, minimum 40 to 50 pounds.
for sure. Big, nice, like high quality fish, right? Well, then it's my turn, so I get up there, and I get
Fish on, and that thing
fish on,
and it's just like it takes drag for 5 minutes. I bet.
Oh my.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
it didn't turn around because
Never.
the fish has to be able to like kind of turn back to you a little bit to start getting some headway on them. Because it's not like you just reel like this. You reel for a minute and then it runs, and you have to stop and just hold it, right? And then when it starts to kind of turn,
you actually have to like pull your body up, pull them,
right, and then make way, and reel down to them. The issue is like a lot of times when the fish is running, I mean, you can't reel anyway. You just have to hold it, right? And then you try to make up a little bit of space, and then it runs again. Well, when Ethan, like the fish that hit and Ethan grabbed the reel, this was his turn.
Right.
That fish just ran for so long, and it was like, when am I like Ethan? I remember Ethan turned around and asked, he's like, when am I going to start reeling? Like it just ran and ran. It just never stopped.
Yeah, and the captain's like, "Hey, let him run. All right."
No, he said, "Let him eat."
"Oh yeah. Let him eat. Let him eat. Let him eat."
Yeah.
So then he kind of slows down, and captain's like, "All right, hit him." So I got the belt right. I got the we all had the belt with the rod.
It's got like a
Tucked
dick
into our-
holder in it, basically.
Yeah, just tucked into our cock, kind of right.
It
there,
really does.
you know?
This thing
It's
really
on
does,
top of your penis.
Yeah, it smashes right down in your crotch.
for sure. Then I start working on them. I'm reeling down, pulling up, reeling down, and then every 45 seconds.
And keep in mind, these reels are like probably that big around.
Oh my god.
Each one of them are like $3,000 reels. They're this big. Anyway, I start working at it and start fighting it. And I'm like, damn, these tunas are freaking tough. Like, these things are a serious fight. But this tuna must be a little bigger because he's running really far and really fast, right?
Yeah, Ethan gets to like 45 minutes on his fight. And at that point, all 3 of his older brothers are just like making fun of him because we've all gotten ours in within like 25 to 20 to 25 minutes.
Right.
He's at like double
Destroying the best athlete in the family.
that.
Keep in
Yeah,
mind.
he's at like double that time, and we're just like, come on, Ethan.
Yeah, they're like, you freaking pussy, dude. Come on, dude. I did 25 minutes. You're at 45. What the hell is wrong with you? You freaking softy. Get it together. Anyway, I just keep like, honestly, that's probably the juice I needed.
He is pouring sweat, dude. Just
For
pouring
sure.
sweat.
That is probably the juice I needed to like keep, fighting at it because my arm it was stopping and doing this. It was cramping so bad, or this arm was cramping so bad from holding the rod that my arm was starting.
You start like shaking.
Yeah, no, it was cramping.
Yeah.
It was like going, and I'm like, and whatever.
Hold the rod long enough and stuff starts happening.
Yeah, that's for sure. Shaky stuff definitely starts happening. But anyway, I don't know. Probably after an hour, finally, like we got it up, and the boat captain goes, "That's a wahoo! That's a wahoo! That's a wahoo!"
Like it finally breached where we could see it.
Right.
Yeah. Beautiful. The thing is, as long as this room is
It was at
wide-
least probably 6.5 feet. I'm guessing.
yeah. He sees it, and
they're like a torpedo.
the captain gets really, really serious at this point. He's not messing around. He is all about getting this fish.
Yeah, he tells the deckhand, who usually is the guy that's gaffing the fish, come get the wheel on the boat, and the captain goes back to get the gaff and start helping try to land the fish.
Wow.
For sure. So he hooks this fish and pulls it up, and I didn't even know what a wahoo was at that point. The fish is
Probably one of the prettiest fish I've ever seen. In my life.
gorgeous with like silver, black and blue stripe, silver, black and blue stripe, silver, black and blue stripe, all the way down. Big old nasty mouth of teeth.
Completely iridescent too, like
Yes.
just glistening in that.
For sure. Like
amazing.
you could see yourself. I was like, I checked my teeth real quick. I was like, Yeah, I look good.
Like, it's one of those things, like,
fish that big.
it's one of the few times in my life, like when I landed in Bora Bora, I had to like think, this looks artificial because it's so pretty.
For sure.
Right? The water is like that turquoise water
yeah.
everywhere. I was like, this doesn't even look real. This looks like like a movie or a airbrush painting, you know?
Absolutely.
And this, I thought the same thing with that wahoo. I just kept thinking, this thing looks like, you know, a painting. Not, you know, this is just so.
You're like, is this real life?
Yeah, it's the probably the most pretty fish I've ever seen.
Absolutely, man. I think it is. But then we got it in, and like I held it up for a picture, and to get the end of its nose off the ground, I had to hold it above my head.
Yeah, a good probably foot.
Yeah, for sure.
Jeez.
And the boat captain told us, he was like, I just want you to know that if you had caught that in the tournament this weekend, you would have won $10,000.
The $10,000 wahoo.
Oh, well, thanks for telling me now.
For sure, yeah. $10,000 wahoo. He was over 100 pounds.
Wow.
And I mean, just unbelievable. Once I landed him, then all the brothers were like, "Hey, sorry, buddy, my bad." They're like, "We didn't realize that you had a 100-pound wahoo on, dude."
That is very accurate. We were all like eating crow because we were just giving Ethan all this shit, and then he pulls out this like trophy championship fish.
For sure.
You know,
yeah.
we were just thinking it was another tuna, but yeah, that was seriously one of the coolest experiences. I didn't even catch the fish. It's still one of the coolest experiences fishing I've ever had.
Absolutely, man. It was so cool. And it's like, so outside of even the fishing experience, then we asked the captain, we're like, dude, so are these any good to eat? And he looked at us and he's like, these are the best to eat.
Oh.
So on top of that cool experience, then we came home and actually, I think the first time I had it, you grilled fish at Justin Cox's old house.
Yep.
And you made the wahoo, and it was unreal.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Like it was mahi. It was different than tuna because they're so very different.
Yeah.
But quality wise and enjoyment wise,
It's a totally different type of meat.
for sure. One's red, one's white.
Right.
But like it flavor and
Kind of
quality-
reminded me, honestly, of like a really good black sea bass fillet. You know, or just way thicker,
for sure. Yeah.
2 or 3 times as thick.
So, man, I feel really bad. I've really like drug on with stories tonight. I feel like I've been very storyteller.
Well, I mean, these are stories that have some, you know, with pick 3 especially. There's some
Substance.
There's some juice back there
for sure.
Those saltwater trips are freaking legendary.
Oh yeah. So long story short, wahoo
number
one.
All right, what's you got a plus one?
Yeah, I do have a plus one actually. Man, and I'm actually a little bit kind of I feel bad all of a sudden because I forgot a very important fish.
Really?
I'll just say it. I should have put on redfish.
Redfish?
Yeah.
I mean, redfish to me, if you had included it in there, would have been my number 1, but it wasn't on the list. But
I'm sorry.
But redfish is also kind of like that hybrid fish. It's like brackish, you know?
For sure, yeah. Because we do catch a type of drum.
Right. But I can just say, when you talk about charters or guided trips next week, I'm just...
We might.
It may make the list.
It might make a comeback.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Dude, I'm gonna go black sea bass.
Okay.
I am
plus 1. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was there's another fish that I should have included, sheephead.
Yeah.
Because that same trip we were like black sea bass,
Right.
sheephead, back and forth.
That's true.
Both
It was
of
like
them-
snapper, black sea bass, and sheephead.
Yeah, for sure. All of them awesome. But I'm gonna go black sea bass because, dude, standing there, we're all like, event again. I'm an extremely like sentimental guy, and
It's just good memory.
dude,
Yeah.
such a blast. Not to mention, like you said,
Delicious.
incredible to eat. Such good, nice fillets that are a good hunk and just delish.
Throw
dude.
some black sea bass up on the deck, chop it up. I'll eat that sashimi anytime.
Absolutely, dude. Give it to me. So there's my pick 3 plus 1.
Nice.
I feel like a tool. I talked more than you did on me presenting to you.
That's okay. It was good info. JP, I know you haven't probably done a whole lot of any of this, but
no, I've never deep sea fished.
take a look at the list and tell me, like, if you bucket list, this is all stuff that you could potentially do at some point. Like, what would you say would be something you'd be shooting for?
Would you rather give us your top 3 favorite kinds of homosexual?
That would be a little bit easier.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
I feel like
I'm actually
comfy in the closet.
I'm totally cutting that out, dude. I'm cutting that out. Yeah. If you had to go just off of food basis, even whatever you think, dude.
Yeah, I'm going probably. I'd really like to catch a barracuda just because
they're cool, dude.
Sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's probably number. Are we going 3?
Yeah, we've been going 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. All right, we'll go black sea bass for number 3.
Okay.
Sounds pretty fun to catch. Probably stingray number 2.
They are pretty cool.
So I can see its mouth.
For sure. Yeah. yeah. And their stinger.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is actually like a major consideration when you get them up.
You have to stay away from.
Yeah,
it.
you got to stay away from it. And actually, some of the stingrays that I've caught have actually already had their stinger someone else
ripped it.
Cut their stinger off.
Wow.
I've caught a couple before too, where you literally just hack their tail off from that point back and throw them back. And literally, it's not because you hate to take their defense system, but if you can get their tail controlled and then hack it, and you have family and stuff around you, then you don't have to worry, because I feel like I can control the stingray, step on it, and not get me hit.
Right.
But people walking around, this thing goes crazy.
That thing starts flipping around. It's kind of.
Yeah. Oh, crikey.
Yeah.
It shot me in the heart.
Another one for Steve Irwin.
Oh, yeah. Pour one out.
Yeah. And then, shoot. I think number 1 would be toadfish, actually. I have
Really?
some history with the toadfish.
Will you type those 3 out? Because that's knucking futs. But this is your list.
This is my list.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah.
Hold on. Why toadfish?
I don't know. I think my grandpa called one of my sisters toadfish growing up. And I was
Seriously?
always like, what's a toadfish? And then you see what a toadfish is. And I was like, holy hell.
Yeah.
kind of
That's
insulting,
crazy,
honestly.
dude.
Yeah, it's like,
No,
hey,
extremely
toad-
insulting.
toadfish.
Your grandpa had no love lost for
Yeah,
her.
dude.
No doubt. Hey, what's up, little toadfish? That's crazy, dude.
That is wild.
That's wild. That's a wild list. You know what that means? We got to get this dude.
You need to get
fishing.
this guy in the salt water.
Yeah, that's for damn sure, dude.
And fresh water.
For damn sure.
Yeah. For sure.
For sure.
All right, that was good.
Yeah. You guys want to jump into what do you guys think? What do you think?
Let's just segue real quick. Come back.
I could pee.
Yeah, dad jokes, and that's a wrap.
No, I said this is the Haviland. That's how you say de Haviland in English. Is the Haviland.
Do you want music for dad jokes or no?
Give it a shot if you want. Did you do it last week? Did you do
yeah.
Yeah. So I had to drop music in week 1.
Yeah.
But you did play music last week.
He did music, and I honestly don't think my concern was I thought that if he's just playing it in the background, then whenever I cut it and mix it, it's gonna sound weird.
Okay.
I don't think it's noticeable enough to notice that
I haven't noticed it.
I'm cutting mixing. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. But I think it's fun to hear it while we're doing it.
Well, if we're ever to a point where it's we're just trying to get through it real quick and you don't have that up, we can just roll with it, because I can always put it in post production like I did last time.
Cool. And I can put it in video cuts. Damn. We rolling?
Yeah, we're good.
We're rolling. Hell yeah, dude.
Back in here.
I feel kind of back in here. I feel honestly
Back in here for a quick segue.
Quick segue.
And-
Yes, very fast, and then bye-bye.
Everybody's favorite segment, dad jokes.
Dad jokes, dude.
Get some.
And I feel a little bit intimidated. And actually, you could fire it up whenever you want, dog.
Jess, our camera's rolling.
Yes.
Okay.
Love you, JP.
Sorry, JP.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah. You're making mistakes I was last week. No, so I feel little intimidated about dad jokes this week, because you come in sounding very prepared. You've been talking to me about how good your action is, and my action is not great. I think my action is lame and predictable.
Well, just give me the action then.
Okay, you want some action? Jeez, Louise, all you gotta do is ask for it.
Quit talking about it and give it to me, man. And
Jeez.
I don't know who's telling you it's lame and predictable, but
My brain.
I like it.
My brain. Not every week, just this week.
Oh, okay.
Tells me it's lame and predictable.
Just been a little down this week.
What?
Just been a little down this week.
Little down this week, yeah, man.
You know what?
I've been a little
the dad
gassy,
joke.
so I've had a tough time with the jokes. You know,
I like that you're like setting the bar low for yourself. I think you're gonna freaking just smoke it, dude.
I'm not, but I appreciate the kindness. You know,
What you got for me?
by the way, most of those are short. JP,
Yeah.
they're pretty short.
So just keep fingering
All right,
that mouse.
I'll stay fingering it.
Why was the pickle famous? Hey.
I was trying not to look at you.
I know. For good reason. Are these fun songs, Jess?
Why was the pickle?
They're pretty fun.
Think so?
Why was the pickle famous?
Yeah, why was the pickle famous, dude?
This
This is simple. This is easy. I would have had it probably a couple times by now
I'm sure.
if I had to guess.
I'm gonna say because he had a huge cucumber. I don't know.
No, I do know, actually.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I know.
This could be a pretty lame segment if you didn't.
Yeah, for sure. You just ask a punchline and they're like, so what is it?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
That's a great new segment. We just let the listeners decide what the punchline is.
Just call it Don't Know the Punchline.
Yeah.
Actually,
It's not guess the punchline. It's like punchline question mark.
for sure. After all the interaction on TikTok, maybe that's what we should do is just come up with a joke and then be like, hey, TikTok, what
Finish
should
the joke.
the punchline be?
Yeah, I like that.
Ooh.
Nice. Creating on the pod. It's because he was I'm trying to today. He was a big deal.
Oh, you asshole. You've seen that before. You nailed it. You've totally seen this.
I
joke
haven't seen
before.
that one. I just thought of it. I was trying to remember the spice that they use because you didn't say dill
Well,
pickle.
it's
You just
paprika.
said
Paprika.
He was a big paprika.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh
okay,
yes.
All right.
Oh yes, paprika. Big paprika. You so big paprika.
Oh, big paprika. Let me have some of you, big paprika.
I stick you a pickle in my wonton.
Paprika.
Okay, I don't even know how we got off on that.
Oh, you stick your pickle in my paprika.
Okay,
Sorry, that's stupid.
ready?
Is that dumb?
No.
No.
All right. Are you ready to get blown away by this joke?
Is this the joke?
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah. Are you gonna go?
No. Just shut up and listen, dude. You're gonna like it.
Okay. All right.
Maybe you won't, but I like it. Here we go. Ready? How do you make a small fortune in the podcasting business? I mean, you should know this, obviously.
Yeah. Don't try very hard.
Okay.
You said small.
A small fortune.
Small.
How do you make a small fortune in the podcasting business? You start with a large fortune.
That's a damn good. That's a damn good question, dude. Hold on. Was this Jeff Man?
No, it wasn't Jeff.
No?
No.
No. Shout out to Jeff. Thanks for.
This is actually another one of my customers actually
Okay.
told me this joke, but it was not related to podcasting. He was talking about something else that he spends his money on.
Dude, that is.
And he was like, do you know how you make a small fortune in this? And I was like, no. He was like, you start with a large fortune.
For
I was
sure,
like,
dude.
And immediately I was like, dude, yeah, podcasting, perfect. Okay.
Hey, nice.
Yeah.
I
knew you'd appreciate that.
That is damn good. Yeah. That's fantastic, dude. Wow, nice one. That's gonna be a fun one to cut, dude.
for sure. Give me another.
All right, I got two more. All right, I'm gonna go quick. How is bread like sun? Like the sun. How is bread,
How is bread like the
sun? You know, like
It's always rising.
Honestly, dude, that was quick. That was fast. That was a really good guess.
Okay. I told you we were going to be fast.
That's only about half of it.
Okay.
But it's totally... No.
Bread isn't always rising.
You got... No, it's
fact,
not always rising.
One time I was trying to make bread and I let it rise and like I forgot about it and I came back like hours later and like the bread had just risen out of the sides of the pan. It was like everywhere.
A mushroom cloud?
I was like, damn you, yeast.
Yeah, no doubt, dude. I would say that you're on the right track. Okay.
Okay.
I'd say I'm going to give you a quarter of a credit on that, but still got three quarters of the credit to go. Okay. There's just a lot of other factors here, but I do like your effort. I like your thought. I like your effort. I feel like that's
Okay. Well, I gave you my answer, so just what is
okay.
the punchline?
Sorry, my bad. Wrong. It rises in the yeast.
Oh my gosh.
Sets in the waist.
In the waist.
Wow.
I like the rising in the yeast.
For
setting
sure.
in the waist.
I thought setting in the waist was a little bit of a stretch, but honestly, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Right?
No, I liked it. I was on the right track. I just didn't
Right.
go
Right track, just the wrong train.
It's funny that I actually mentioned yeast in my bread story.
Yeah. No, you did good. You did. Well, yes, it is. But
It was rising in the yeast for sure.
was rising in the yeast,
It
absolutely.
rose in the yeast so much that it just...
For sure. And I guarantee you, if we ask that question on TikTok and put that joke out and like, hey, what's the punchline? After some of the comments that we've had today,
Oh, yeah.
it's going to be rising in the yeast infection. Like, I
Yeah.
promise you that's what it's going to be, dude.
Great job, guys. Way to keep your
Yeah.
way to keep your powder dry on that. Ready for this?
Powder dry.
I gave a list of repairs. By the way, I do my own handyman work, so this isn't really for me. However,
Hey, we all do our own handyman work. No, I'm saying.
I see what you're saying. All right, you ready for this? I gave a list of repairs to a handyman, but he only did the first job, the third job, and the fifth job on the list. Why is that? I'll read it again. I gave a list of repairs to a handyman, but he only did the first, third, and fifth job on the list. Why?
Because the others were not repairs.
It's a great joke. It's a great punchline.
Super funny, right?
Yeah.
Super
No,
funny.
I can't say anything because I've given you some of the most like deadpan answers before without like you're like, wow, nice joke. No. He said he only does odd jobs.
Damn. Damn it. Ah! I'm a bit of a math nerd, so I'm really pissed I didn't get that, dude. I love that joke.
He only does odd jobs.
I'm gonna cabbage onto that, dude.
All right, you
I
can go
like
ahead.
that.
You have
I
my
dig it.
permission. Man, we're actually moving fast.
Konnichiwa.
So you got a third?
I do have a
All right.
third. You ready, dude?
Yeah.
What is Peter Pan's favorite place to eat? I think we need to let Jess get in on some of these jokes next time.
Jess,
You need to bring
Yeah,
some.
Jess. Or sorry, JP. Do you have
Ja, dadgummit.
Ja?
Ja P.
Do you know the punchline to this joke?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
No, but next time, like, he brings jokes.
Oh, okay.
You and me have the chance to guess.
Oh, okay.
And then I present one.
Well,
you
we-
two have the chance to guess.
We would be doubling our brain power, so
For sure.
might have a better chance.
That'd be fun because this takes so much thinking.
Yeah, I
every
know.
time.
I always feel like such a jackwagon.
Absolutely.
Trying to answer them until I get one right, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
I'm the best there ever was.
I'm like Instagram happy right now.
Instagram happy.
What is Peter Pan's favorite place to eat?
Tinko Bell. I don't know.
Hey, dude, I'm gonna give you that as a good guess because that's hilarious. That's funny. I like that. Okay. Tinko Bell. Oh, jeez. No, he loves eating on Tinko de Mayo.
No.
No.
I thought
I'm
that was-
kidding.
oh,
I'm kidding. That's not it, dude. No. Peter Pan's favorite place to eat is Wendy's.
Oh.
See what you did there. Solid. That's pretty good.
Right?
I like it.
Yeah. Didn't hit massively hard, but it's you know.
Well, I mean, Tinkerbell actually.
Well, Tinkerbell's definitely funnier. Like Tinkerbell. But I mean, is there any history of Peter Pan going down on Tinkerbell?
I'd pay
Probably a little bit.
I'd pay good money to see that.
He's always like shaking her around and stuff.
Yeah, you'd have to be like
It's a little weird.
you'd have to be like, Peter, move your head. She's
Oh my gosh.
I'm done. I'm actually deleting that.
I'm putting it on the audio.
No.
All right. Ready? Last one.
Yeah.
Why can't dinosaurs clap their hands or claws or whatever? Why can't dinosaurs clap their hands?
Dude, I feel like I used to be good at this kind of stuff and I've just gotten worse and worse. I used to be good at this kind of stuff. Used to be
Is
good.
that your answer? That's your punchline? I used to be good at this.
Is that right?
Well, maybe. Actually, you know what? The dinosaurs probably said that.
Yeah, I used to be good at surviving.
I used to be good at clapping my hands.
Yeah, for sure. Hold on.
That's actually a hint.
What
I just said.
they're not good at clapping their hands because they're extinct.
Boom! That's the actual punchline, dude. That's the actual punchline.
Yes, dude.
Yes. Good job.
Yes.
Yeah,
All right.
You were just like dogging yourself. And
Dude, that's all I got. Hey, it's just like...
Dude, hold on. I guessed the punchline on your first one, and you guessed the punchline exactly on... Or you guessed the punchline on my last one. So, hey, we're getting better at this.
That's right, dude. All right. Hey, Grant's camera. Grant, what is this segment called?
Guess the punchline. Wait, we're supposed to do this. Guess the...
Punch. Oh, yeah. All
Guess
right.
the...
Oh, wait, but we don't have a high camera
shoot.
anymore.
All right.
Actually, just do it for me and then do it for him. All right, you ready? Ready, dog?
I'm ready on you.
Okay. Guess the punchline.
We're supposed to pound it.
Oh, yeah, here we go. All right, here. All right, here we go. You ready? All right. And then we're going to have to do it again for you. Guess the punchline. All right, and then we got to jump to Grant.
Yeah, you're
All
good.
right.
You're set.
Guess the
Punchline. All right, and then Jess on you, and just go Jess the, and if you
JP.
Jess the punchline.
Oh, nice.
Just go guess the, and then just punch yourself in the face as hard as you can.
That works.
Yeah.
Box my own ears.
yeah, sure. Oh, dude, I think that's it. That was a blast. I think,
JP's like this.
yeah, homeschool
Fisting myself in the closet.
fisting, dude.
Fisting in the closet.
Freaking amazing.
Oh, my.
All right,
That was fun. Dude, you know what?
blast.
That was our most succinct dad jokes of all time.
for sure.
And
which
we
is, I think,
actually-
important.
We actually guessed a couple.
We did get a couple.
That was
Yeah,
pretty solid.
for sure. That was fun. That was a good time. And what's wild is
We
I think
haven't. We have
moved-
not. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say I thought we moved pretty thoroughly
Right.
through this episode, like pretty succinctly, and I think we're still gonna have to delete a whole bunch.
I know. Coming up, we have not forgot about Famous Brothers. That is coming.
Absolutely,
But
yeah.
we're working on like actually having some kind of like
Structure.
championship Famous Brothers. So instead of just like naming Famous Brothers, we actually want to have like on this side of the bracket are these Famous Brothers, and on this side of the bracket are these Famous Brothers, and actually have, you know, like a playoff.
For sure. And I think what we should do is
It'd be cool if we could incorporate like some listener
feedback
voting.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Absolutely,
on that
yeah.
too. So just something to think about. But
Dude, that'd be sweet. And then what we could do just to up the ante a little bit is like the loser, like I could blow up 100 water balloons and the loser take the cameras outside has to go stand in the front yard and get blasted by
The other two.
by the other two with 100 water balloons.
Like it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You down for that?
On a day like today, I'd be like, I hope I
Totally.
lose.
Yeah.
We're gonna wait till December.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that'd be sweet though. That's a good idea. We'll just have to put our heads together and yeah,
for sure.
Hey, to everybody participating, getting with us, talking with us, visiting, we love it.
Yeah.
Like it's
Keep it up.
super cool.
Yeah.
Do it for you guys. You know, do it because it's fun. And
And on this extremely hot day and the sweat pod,
that's right.
it was fun. Enjoyed it.
That's exactly right. Yeah,
Nice
JP,
sitting down and cutting one.
Absolutely wonderful.
thank you, brother. Also, last note.
Great job, JP.
Thank you.
I feel like the flow's starting to come together.
Yeah,
Definitely,
it's
definitely.
getting there for sure. Last thing, Pifty, he did respond after watching a couple weeks ago the episode. He said, "By the way, I do owe you guys one more episode for the two things,
Mhm.
the
Yeah,
quiz
right.
and the joke challenge."
Yeah,
so
sure.
at some point he'll jump in, you know, or even Jess could do the joke challenge. You know, we'll
It'd
figure
be
it out.
fun to get JP on the
with Jess,
like get JP and Pifty in here.
yes,
And like on maybe just for the one time get Pifty like just on camera the whole time
Absolutely,
on a mic,
yeah.
you know.
for
So,
sure.
anyway.
That'd be a blast.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm long winded. I'll stop. Love you guys.
That was fun. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.